Hi, YouTube. You just missed the last 9 minutes of conversation that Meg and I had, undoubtedly, because it's probably going in the cutting room floor. So if you want to see that, you can check out our Patreon. I'm Meg. Nope, I'm Allie. I just said I'm Meg.
I don't think you want to be Meg, Allie.
Megan, what dice are you rolling tonight?
I had keyless. I dropped keyless, so I guess I'm going Vax again because she's under my chair and I don't feel like getting up.
That's fair. I'm rolling Pike.
Here she is.
Pike.
There we go.
Let's roll. 3, 2, 1.
What did you roll?
I rolled so bad.
I did too. What did you roll?
Over under 10.
Under.
Under. Over under 5.
Under.
Under. Should we hold it up on the count of 3 and see our fingers on our fingers?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Pike always rolls so good for me. I looked down, I was like, I rolled a fucking 4. Meg, tell everyone what we're doing. Why are we here? Where are we? Where am I?
Editor, blow me up.
Editor, blow her up.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Rated MA. As always, I'm Meg. That's Allie. And today we'll be watching, continuing our watch of The Legend of Vox Machina Season 3, Episode 4, Hell to Pay. Now, Allie, do you think there's hell to pay in this episode?
Oh, Megan, I sure fucking do.
Oh, well, guess we'll have to find out about that. So, a few things before we start. If you see Allie and I looking down at any time, it is because we are taking notes or we are looking something up regarding the show. That is the only time we are looking down, is those two things. We are not ignoring the show. We also have a Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool website. It's free to sign up to join our...
If you don't know what Patreon is, if you live under a rock.
You can sign up for our page for free. But we do have a segment that is behind a paywall for 2 tiers, which is the TVMA and the explicit tier, which are $5 and $7 a month for the cutting room floor. And the cutting room floor is all the bits that didn't fit and things in this episode. We go on rambles. We just talked for 9 minutes in the beginning of this before even Allie dropped her pen.
I sure fuck you.
Other than that, I think we're good.
Oh, were you asking me? This episode is a nightmare already. I'm gonna hit play. We're done. We're done.
Oh, I'm grounded.
Everlight. Everlight.
I love this
It's
like
me.
limitless void. It's so cool.
It's so cool.
I felt weak the moment we entered the hills. I need to know you're still.
Child, redemption does not exist in the realm of the damned. The hells of Despath are forbidden.
But why? If we find Xerxes,
Uh-oh.
It's precious. There are those in hell who would use it for wicked aims. Ignore my words, and you will find yourself alone.
what does that mean?
Shit.
Oh, hey.
That's so disturbing. I cannot get over that.
Yeah, I grew up with like human centipede being a thing, so like whatever at this point, you know?
God. I remember watching that for the first time.
Everyone down there is either a demon or is getting eaten by one.
We certainly don't look like we belong in hell.
Oh.
Let's get in costumes, let's get in makeup, let's get scary as hell.
Whoa.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I love Keyleths.
Yeah, right?
Vax's kind of freaks me out. Vax's is like Uncanny Valley.
Wicked.
Keyless is really sick.
I do love Little Pike.
You okay?
It's so defined. I can't stop looking at it.
Maybe Keyleth was right. Is going through hell worth it for one vestige?
Girl, you're already in hell.
Give me.
too many eyes. It's too many. You don't need that many.
You don't look familiar. Where are
That's
you
Matt.
going?
Oh,
I think that's Matt.
The fallen soul
Ugh.
of Xerxes Illarez owes us a debt.
Why she kind of look like Jar Jar Binks in the face?
Misa in hell.
You? The fuck? Very well.
The first time I ever saw it, I laughed so hard. I rewinded and watched it like 4 times.
I love when she like vomits. Yeah, she like spits it up.
Ew.
Excuse me, in the brass skull. We're looking for someone named Xerxes.
The tongue.
Let's get moving. Don't want to be here longer than we have to.
Well, at least Team Draconia is having a nice quiet time in the snow.
Now Vaxeldan. Why would you ever?
Kima! Can you hear me? Kima! She can't be far. What do you want to do?
I'm going to tear that fucking dragon to pieces.
Let's go, Allie.
I love how they use again, an aspect of cinematography right here is like the unfocusing to kind of
I'll
show
wait
like
here a
her
sec.
mentality, like her state
This-
right now. I just love it when people do that.
I do too.
It's all right. I won't hurt you. I only want to help.
The first time I saw this, I thought this was supposed to be Laudna, but I don't think it is.
Because she kind of has like the features of Vex.
What's happening?
Shit, scammering a spell.
I can't concentrate with all this screaming.
I can't concentrate, breaking concentration.
Another D&D mechanic.
It's Cyclops from X-Men.
The real question is, what is a priest of the Everlight doing here?
We were sent by Jamansa Ord. They left something with you. The Plate of the Dawn Martyr?
Not left. Lost.
Oh?
What sort of stuff does a devil dude want? Gold?
For a vestige. No. You'd have to make an exquisite offer. Or wager. Care for a game of chance.
Oh, don't like that. Don't like the look in his eye.
Hike, you can't. He'll cheat.
Now. Rules are what separates Despath from the truly miserable planes of existence, like yours. No cheating allowed.
Okay.
She looks so tired.
Contract?
To ensure you don't get cold feet.
Are they?
Safe, but silenced. So the game remains fair.
I don't like all the eyeballs.
Shall
Again, I think it's entirely too many eyeballs.
Okay, let's whittle this down. Is your black skull to the right or left of your middle card?
You can't feel the presence of the Everlight. Your Redeemer isn't here, is she?
Uh-oh.
Sadly, no. Though I think I learned more that round than you did. After all, everyone has a tell, if you dig deep enough.
I kind of want to play this game.
Right?
Not like for my eternal soul, but just because I think it would be fun.
This is no card game. He knew exactly who he wanted to play with.
I'm still trying to figure out the rules.
One, we've been given a choice,
Frog.
a path to walk.
What?
We do not choose. Pike Trickfoot, you are now bound to this sanctum in the service of the fallen knight.
Oops. Well, I can't spell night, turns out. Well.
Fine. One round, winner takes all.
Oh, wait, are we the anti?
Sure feels like it.
I love the cutbacks to them being like, wait, what?
There's something different about you, Pike. You're special. Have you ever wondered if the Everlight needs you more than you need her?
Never crossed my mind. 2 cards?
What?
That's a new one.
That's not fair.
The truth rarely is. You've made it easier for me. Reveal the card on my right. Pity. Yort.
That's a 50-50 shot.
Do you ever wonder if your life would be better without the Everlight?
Yes.
Come on, Pike.
Do me one favor. If you're keeping me here for eternity, I think I deserve to know who you are. Who you were.
This was the moment I was like, yes, yes! And I started screaming. I was so excited.
Very well. Treat this as a last indulgence. I come from a time 1,000 years ago, when gods walked amongst mortals, and the world...
Yay, look at all of them.
Like you, I protected my home as First Knight, a member of the Brass Ring, a group similar to yours.
Beautiful.
And also like you, I assumed the best in...
That's Travis's character on the end, and then Marisha, and then Sam, and then Abria, and then Luis.
I thought if I had enough time, I could reach him, save him, tame his turbulent heart. For my folly, I watched my husband and son fade with the rigors of time, losing even...
Aww.
A betrayer?
Of course I did. Just like you foolishly trust your Everlight. But there is no difference between the gods above and below. They all lie!
Damn.
You chose this existence to spare your husband and child. You say you loved them, but all I hear is regret. So, do you want them with you in this nightmare? Or is that too selfish?
Shit.
Do you wish they were here, suffering with you?
No,
Answer me!
Of course not!
I'm not even sure you knew you were lying.
Given the background that I have from having seen Calamity, that is a painful question.
After all, everyone has a tell if you dig deep enough. That one.
Fuck yes, Pike. Fuck yes, Pike.
Well played, Pike Trickfoot. That was more devious than I expected.
We all have blind
Trickfoot.
spots. Even you.
I forgot there was a blind spot reference.
There it is.
Let's go, Pickle. Damn, why I give her birthing hips?
Aw, only Pike gets a souvenir?
I won't forget your story. Thank you for losing graciously.
I won't forget yours.
Okay, anyone else ready to get the fuck out of here?
I love Ashley so much.
Leave her. Kill the rest. We are his blood. The time for his ascension draws near.
Whew, getting out of here is going to be way easier than getting in.
Good, because I can't eat any more bugs.
I can't eat any more bugs.
That isn't for us.
I say 50-30?
Real. I think that's Matt. Oh, wait, are these like storyboards?
Seems like it. I like it.
All right, Meg, that was The Legend of Vox Machina Season 3, Episode 4, Hell to Pay. What did you think? Why are you jumbo on my screen?
Yeah, why are you jumbo on mine?
I don't... Hello? Meg, the episode, what'd you think?
I liked it. I really like this episode. I think it's a great one. I can see why you're like, it's one of my favorites.
I love it.
There's a lot to, it's a bit to talk about.
There's a fair bit to talk about in this episode for sure.
I'd say so.
Do you want to go first since I have the background knowledge to fill in?
I can. So the Everlight comes in, she visits Pike, and she says that she ignores her words, she'll be alone. And then I also have that the rules of the Hell's Realm is very unique in the sense of does not work like the material plane.
Yes, that is very true. So do you know the difference, like what that rule is?
No, I don't actually. I don't know what the rule of Hell's how it's different than the material plane.
Xerxes is kind of, when he says that, he's being a little facetious about it. Basically, in D&D, a lot of people get confused on the difference between demons and devils, but there is a very distinct difference. Devils, which is what Xerxes is, originate in the hells, and devils follow order, and there are rules. So that's why a lot of devils make pacts.
Yes.
Demons are a little bit different. They are pure chaos. So when Xerxes says, like, there's rules here, he's basically talking about, like, how the mortal plane, like, there's no rules, it's just chaos, people kill each other, they steal each other, all this other stuff, where there's different rules.
But there's rules here, and so they can't lie in the game.
Yes, where they can't lie. Very, very strict. And they're very strict about those types of things. Devils very specifically have order that they follow, and they follow like a code of conduct, and they follow rules over, Asmodeus is the Lord of the Hells. Like, they follow his rules and follow his regime and stuff. Whereas demons are chaos incarnate. They are unreasonable, cannot be reasoned with, will kill, like true evil, true chaotic. Like, that's what the difference is between the two.
Thank you for that, Ali.
You're welcome. It was actually one of the notes that I wrote down. I wrote down devil versus demon, order versus chaos. So I was gonna talk about it anyway.
One note down. There we go. So during this episode, Pike ends up playing a game of chance with the man himself. And at first, Pike seems to think he's playing a little bit dirty, but I mean, if you throw someone off, you're gonna probably like panic because you're like, what the hell is going on? And your eyes probably will fixate on the card that you're trying to hide.
I would say so.
Right out the gate, Pike was basically like, is it the card to your right?
Right.
And he's like, what about this? And she's like, what the fuck? Specify the questions. He just said, ask questions, and that he did. So he has rules. He didn't give a strict rule
He didn't
book.
break any of his rules. He just bent them a little bit.
Exactly, but not breaking. He tries to convince Pike that her goddess, the Everlight, will betray her just like his god betrayed him. And that all gods basically are pieces of shit and will betray you and leave you to be miserable and feel alone and screw you over. So he's not a big fan of the gods. So when Pike actually ended up winning the game, they were leaving and he gave him his mark to be able to leave the house safely, which is a fucking lie. And
Yeah, really?
yeah. As soon as they leave, go kill them. All of them except her. I want her. And that a seed of doubt has been planted and the rest will grow. So clearly he has plans and ideas of what he would like for Pike. I honestly was so into this episode, but also Pike put her friends' souls on the line.
She did.
That was a very big thing for Pike. And the fact of like, she would die for these people, but yet she's putting their soul on the line just because he's like,
It's a little out of character for her to do that, to be so risky.
It is for sure. But I mean, it worked out in her favor. And girl, you could tell Pike was tired. The bags under her eyes. Get that girl some vitamin C.
She needs my foundation to hide her dark circles.
Girl is tired.
Pike, I got a sponge and some paint. Let me come over and fix your shit.
I love Pike. I think she's such a great character. And the fact that she kind of stepped out of her normal behaviors, she really took a chance, which is not really a huge Pike thing. She kind of likes to stick of what she knows.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is something that's very new, but I think it's important for her character development.
I do too.
But yeah, honestly, that's kind of what I had in that. Pike, of course, she got the vestige and she put on the armor. So Pike now has the armor, and Grog was really upset that he did not get a souvenir from the Hells.
Pike now has the plate of the Dawn Martyr.
Yes, one more thing. Allie and I kind of both made a note of this. It's like a D&D game mechanic. Is that so? Scanlan at one point decides to cast seeming on the whole party to be able to disguise them and be able to walk through the Hells without being disguised. He makes them all look like demons. Vax's is very questionable. Don't really like it. Everyone else looks pretty great though, but Vax's is a little weird in my opinion.
I don't like his like low V.
Yeah,
of,
it's
like
a
skin.
Scanlan, what are you doing? What's your
He wants
intention
a
here?
peek, and I understand.
Scanlan casts a spell. They're able to walk through the hells until they encounter this horrible being that has been eaten and stuck into a mound of flesh or rock or whatever, completely just attached to it. This poor being. They alert it and it starts screaming. And of course, with a high pitched scream like that, where it's almost like a banshee, in my opinion, like a banshee type scream, that it makes Scanlan lose concentration when he needs concentration to uphold the spell. He's like, Scanlan, the spell, and he's like, I can't concentrate. So that was a little hint to some D&D.
I love it.
Yeah, so that's the last thing I wanted to mention.
Well, I will take over for now because I have seen Calamity. Meg has not seen EXU Calamity. I have seen it. I would love to make her watch it someday. We'll see if we get there. So, first and foremost, we'll start with Pike's conversation with the Everlight. Like Meg mentioned, there was this kind of push and pull between Pike and Saren Ray in which Pike really needed reassurance, and the Everlight was basically like, you're not going to get it from me, not while you're there. And Pike basically being like, well, we need to do this though. We have to go. And Saren Ray was like, well, prepare to be alone then. So it kind of set this precedent for Pike of like, she's on her own. And I think there's a beat of insecurity in her of, can I do this without my God? She has relied so heavily on the Everlight her whole life and has been a very devout follower and devout worshiper. So for her to suddenly feel the absence of her God, I think is very jarring. Next, there was a reference to something, Xerxes's home abode, wherever he lives within the hells, is called the Brass Skull. In Calamity, he was a part of a group called the Ring of Brass. So I like that looped back in because fuck it, of course, why not? Luis Carrazzo, of course, played him in the actual campaign and does return to voice him here in the animated series. Love Luis. He's wonderful. He's a big D&D guy. He loves D&D. I really want to see him back on Critical Role at some point because I adore him to pieces. He was a great guest. Pike actually was the one that damned them on their way down to the Brass Skull because she was trying to do good in a place of evil. And even though she was kind of warned and cautioned not to kind of stick her nose in things, she is incapable of not helping someone in need. That is what she is as a cleric, as a healer, as someone who is a devout follower of a light god, a being of light. It is just in her nature to want to help people. And unfortunately, in a place like this, it was to her detriment of, you tried to save everyone and you doomed you and your party, excuse me. It's a bit of an interesting role reversal in that the thing that is her biggest strength is also her greatest weakness here, is her empathy.
Hey, it worked out, right?
It did. Eventually, it got them down there, but it was a close call. I'll talk about Xerxes in a second. I want to talk about Xerxes a little bit, but we'll talk about some other stuff that happened. There was a blind spot reference, which if you're unfamiliar, which I can't imagine most Critical Role fans don't know. Ashley Johnson very famously was an actress on a television series called Blind Spot during the filming and production of Campaign 1 and a little bit of Campaign 2. I believe the show ended around Campaign 2 or like during Campaign 2 because Ashley was in and out for like the first like 70 to 75 episodes and then was back for a bit, and then the pandemic hit and was with them for like the last 60 episodes, which is wonderful because Yasha is great. Xerxes said something about his ascension draws near. This is, of course, a reference to the Whispered One, who we have not heard about in a while, but we all know who that is about, so that's really bad. So that can only be horrible in the future. And then the last thing, which I have theories about, I want to finish up with that. I want to talk about Xerxes, but first, the one thing that he did say was that Pike had such pure blood.
Yeah.
And then said something about to his assistant, like Yank or whatever the creature's name is. He says she doesn't even know what runs in her veins. He believes that there is something about her that makes her different, and he targeted her the moment she set foot in the hells. And I have theories about it in which I don't know what they're setting up. I think they could be setting up that Pike has maybe an ASMR trait somewhere down the line, and that Pike might have celestial blood, because canonically in Exandria, the Everlight has human children. Because Ashley Johnson played the Everlight in, oh my God, was it Downfall? It must have been Downfall, EXU Downfall, in which she got to play as the Everlight. Laura Bailey played as the Matron of Ravens, and Taliesin Jaffe played as the Wild Mother. And they had a couple guests in come and play some of the other gods as well. But when that began, the Everlight had 2 human children who survived the calamity, who would then go on to have their own children, which would become Asimars, because Asimars are descendants of celestial beings. And I wonder and theorize if they are setting up that Pike is a descendant of the Everlight, which would be amazing. I think that'd be really fun. It'd be a nice full circle for Ashley Johnson of like her one character gave birth to her other character, so on and so forth. So Xerxes, let's talk a little bit about him. He made a comment about how you're in the realm of the fallen knight. This, of course, is a reference to the fact that his former title was the first knight of Avalier, I should say. Avalier was the city that was struck from the sky where the calamity started. If I'm remembering correctly, Avalier used to be a floating city because floating cities used to exist in Exandria. During the Age of Arcanum, there were floating cities, and Avalier was one of them. And there was a group of people known as the Ring of Brass who were kind of directly responsible for starting the calamity, but also for containing some of the damage of it. Xerxes was a member of the Ring of Brass at that time, and he is the one who freed Asmodeus, the Lord of the Hells. He is the champion of Asmodeus in the same way that Vax is the champion of the matron. So he is the champion of Asmodeus, and he was in calamity, tricked by Asmodeus into freeing him. So Asmodeus, when he initially appeared to Xerxes, appeared as a broken, like tortured soul who needed help. Xerxes was a paladin before he became what he is now. So he, like Pike, was someone who very much wanted to do good and only did good, was very pure of heart, wanted to help people, and saw this broken down figure who had been struck down by another god, and he only wanted to help him. And Xerxes even says this to Pike, where he was like, I believed I could reach him. I thought I could get through to him. And that's man's hubris at play. And when he signed his pact with the Lord of the Hells revealed himself to be the monster that he is, and Xerxes was forever tied to him, much to his detriment, and was directly responsible for helping free the Lord of the Hells. And he became a tiefling because of that, because he was not a tiefling beforehand. But tieflings, you become a tiefling sometimes when you sign a pact with the devil. Like Will from Baldur's Gate. That's exactly what happens. You become a tiefling, or sometimes if you have made pacts in the past, you have tiefling children, which is why Percy and Vex have a tiefling child, because Percy signed a pact with Orthax, who was a demon.
I think Orthax is a demon.
And then another thing that is worth noting, it says my last note that I have, the real interest to me, and this is, you have to be like in the lore of Exandria to know this and to like be paying attention to all the campaigns, is that the Everlight and Asmodeus are mortal enemies. So there is an extra layer of the dynamic between them, because the Everlight and Asmodeus, I want to say it was in Downfall, it was kind of revealed that when they first came to Exandria, because they started on another plane called Tengar and then traveled across the cosmos and made their way to Exandria eventually, whenever they came here, Asmodeus suffered a brunt of torture and pain, basically because the Everlight forced him to come, or something akin to that. It's been a while since I've seen Downfall, but the Everlight basically held him through that, and he only knew suffering and pain. I think subconsciously there is, or maybe even consciously, there is a bit of blaming there. And they have always had a very rocky, very tumultuous relationship. They have always, I don't know that she's ever expressly hated him, but he has hated her ever since. So for Xerxes to go after Pike makes a lot of sense with that added layer as a background. I think that might be one of the reasons why he could sense that there was a cleric of the Everlight there, was because of the dynamic between Asmodeus and Sarenrae was so brutal between the two of them. But yeah, that was my last note. I love this episode. I love Luis Carrazzo, and I love Pike. So
it's a great episode.
I really want to play that card game.
I know. I do too.
Guys, I think Meg and I are going to sign off here for the night because we're both very tired. It is 2:06 in the morning for me, and it is 11:06 for Meg, so we are both very eepy and sleepy.
I have to get up really early for work tomorrow.
Yeah, mind you, we started recording at 10, so
We be yapping tonight.
We do be yarping tonight. So Meg and I are going to sign off here for the night. You guys can check us out on Patreon. Meg talked about it earlier, but it's in the description of this video. It's also in our channel description. Watch Critical Role on Thursday nights. It's Thursday night. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.